The new Secretary of State announced yesterday that he'll continue his predecessor's fight against the Texas GOP. This is Tuesday, August 11th, 2026.
Texas Scorecard presents the day's first news for the Lone Star State. The Texas Minute, with your host, Michael Quinn Sullivan.
Welcome to this Tuesday edition of the Texas Minute. If you enjoy the Texas Minute, please share the show with your friends and family. You can also give it a rating on your podcast app, click thumbs up on YouTube, and tap like on X. Now let's get into the news. Texas new Secretary of State Robert Howden will maintain his predecessor's opposition to the Republican Party of Texas lawsuit that seeks to close the state's GOP primaries. The disclosure came in response to a federal judge's order issued last week. Howden took office last month when he inherited the lawsuit from former Secretary Jane Nelson. Both were appointed by Governor Greg Abbott. The Texas GOP wants to stop Democrats from being allowed to sway the GOP nominating contest. Back in June, Governor Greg Abbott asserted that he wants the primaries closed to cross-party interference, but said he preferred that the matter be addressed by lawmakers rather than judges. As part of the federal filing yesterday, Howden emphasized that he expects the issue to be addressed legislatively. He pointed to recent support from Governor Abbott, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, and House Speaker Dustin Burrows for legislative action closing the primaries. Howden argues there is, quote, ample time for lawmakers to act ahead of the 2028 election season. An illegal alien charged with unlawful reentry has been convicted and sentenced following a 2-day trial in May. Eduardo Guarda has been sentenced to 4 years in federal prison, after which he will face deportation proceedings. He had been previously deported in 2025 after an immigration judge ordered his removal in 2024. The court was told about the man's extensive past criminal history, including convictions for theft, reckless driving, and possession of controlled substances. Governor Greg Abbott announced yesterday that several major data center developers will comply with new standards set forth earlier this summer that are aimed at ensuring Texans don't foot the bill for the costly projects. Those companies include Meta, Mara Holdings, Skybox, OpenAI, and Digital Realty. Among other things, Abbott has instructed state regulators to ensure that new data center projects provide for their own power, disclose their projected water use and reuse procedures, and reduce impacts on neighboring property owners. The Texas Minute will be right back.
Do you feel increasingly isolated? Like the world has gone insane and you are part of one small, clear-headed remnant? Let me be the first to tell you, you're not alone. I'm Sarah Gonzalez, and on my new show, Come and Take It, I'm going to call out the crazy so you can be empowered to change Texas and the nation. Overcome the schemes of the left designed to keep Texans paralyzed and silent. Watch or listen to Come and Take It today.
So the University of North Texas will not release records related to its interim provost until after this week's meeting of the UNT System Board of Regents. Albert Bemper is a critical race theory scholar who was recently appointed to the institution's top academic position. Bemper had a brief NFL career, and his academic scholarship primarily focuses on racial issues related to college athletics. During his tenure as dean of UNT's College of Liberal Arts, courses were promoted celebrating witchcraft, demonology, queer anti-capitalism, and sexual liberation politics. Texas Scorecard has sought communications about his hire from senior officials, among other things, but UNT has blocked those requests, claiming attorney-client privilege and agency memoranda. Now it appears the school will provide a partial release of information next Monday, on August 17th, which is 3 days after the UNT System Board of Regents meeting. You can find details on all the stories mentioned today and keep up with the latest news by visiting TexasScorecard.com. This edition of the Texas Minute was based on the original reporting of Brandon Waltons, Eddie Hovland, Grant Halk, and Adam Kahn. Our producer is Nick Shepard. I look forward to seeing you out around the Lone Star State. Now, go make it a great day.